Your Nashville home just flooded. What's next? Well, today we're going to walk you through some of those steps. You probably assume you just need to reach out to your insurance company. Go ahead and file that flood claim, whether it's with the National Flood Insurance Program or it's with a private company. Correct? Well, maybe not. What you do want to do is, of course, reach out to your insurance agent and discuss the situation with them. You see, flood claims work completely different than home insurance claims. A lot of times a home insurance claim may only stay on your record for 5 years. That home insurance claim, though, could follow you from house to house. A flood claim stays on the life of the property. You see, so if you have a claim back in 2010, it could still be hurting you possibly today. So that's really important to understand before you go and file that claim. How could it impact things like property value if you're looking at selling your house? How could it impact things like your future rates? Could your policy get non-renewed? These are all things you want to think about and have that conversation with your insurance agent before filing that claim. You see, many times we see people file claims for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, even though they may have had a $5,000 deductible. And what happens is they get put on either a severe repetitive loss list or a repetitive loss list because they've had multiple claims within a 10-year period. So maybe you had a claim on your property in the 2019 flood and now you need to file another one. Well, that very well could put you on a repetitive loss property. Or maybe you didn't even own your property in 2019, but someone else filed a claim on it, and then you go to file one with the National Flood Insurance Program, then that could definitely put you on that repetitive loss list, which could have a big impact on your premium. We've seen people who have $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 premiums who used to have $800 premiums once they get on this list where a property's had repetitive losses. So it's really important to understand that when you're going through this process. The other thing you want to look at is verifying that coverage there on the contents. How much building damage do you really have? Once you get everything cleaned out. Also, making sure you get that water out of your home as soon as possible so that mold doesn't develop, because in most situations, mold is not going to be covered by flood insurance. So these are all things that are important in that next step after your property's flooded. And of course, making sure that you get yourself and your family out safely, evacuated if you need to. So these are all important things. So if you've got questions really about maybe what your next step should be after that Nashville flood that happened March 27th and 28th of 2021, or maybe another flood experience you've had recently. When do you need to file that claim if you want to file it? Click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com, where we provide all these free resources for you on this process. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risks like this right here. Your flood insurance and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.